Brazil has produced 3 world champions, all of which have won more than one world championship. Fittipaldi, Piqué, and of course, Ayrton Senna, who when winning his third world championship in 1991 became the youngest ever to do so at the time. The circuit here at Sao Paulo is something of a throwback circuit. Built in the 1940s, it's been updated just enough over the years to meet the requirements of the FIA without destroying the track's essential character.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are live in UFRL for our Tier 1 action. And it is a sprint at Brazil. Pivotal to get into Lagos, right, especially going into turn 1. You head straight into the Senna Esses, and then off the Curva do Sol through the Reta Aposta into turn 4. Another strong overtaking opportunity. 2 opportunities of DRS as well tonight. So let's see how the drivers fare. Of course, Sector 2 will be the twists and the turns of turns 4 all the way down through into turn 11. And then finally you do have Sector 3, which is going to be the quick bend on the exit of turns 12, 13, 14 and 15 on the run through into turn 1. Who will come out on top? Hazer and Pesci, the 2 title rivals, will be going at it. But can anybody keep pace tonight? We will find out. Hazer just taking it nice and slow before he kickstarts his lap here in the AlphaTauri. Of course, if anybody is listening, feel free to put any comments in, whatever you wish to say, providing it's not too bad, of course. We'll read them out and obviously discuss whatever you've said. So yeah, let's see how Hazer and also Rusted Bolt will be in there, his teammate. Pesci will have his teammate Wizard Rex as well, so good opportunities for both teams. For Red Bull, who are the current leaders in the championship, only one driver, and that is Lynx Peace. So no driver from Tier 2 in the form of Ghost or Mr. Wiggles reserving. So they'll miss out on some crucial points there as Hazer does go for his lap and will land into turn 4 straight off the bat. So beyond Reta Aposta he goes, and the Sector 1 split is a 16.936 for the AlphaTauri of Hazer. So beyond turns 4 and 5 he goes, and on the run through down into turn 6, the right-hander, the treble right-hander, turn 6, 7 and into turn 8. Again, you want to make sure you hit the apex nicely. It is dry for qualifying. Is it dry for the entirety of the sprint and the race as well? That is going to be the question. But Hazer looking comfortable as he usually is. And now going through the Sector 2 split. How is it? It's a 51.705 for Hazer. And on the exit of Juncao here, out turns 12, 13 now, and into 14. And last of all, it is turn 15, and onto the straight with your DRS wide open, and Hazer to the line will set a 108.532 to begin his qualifying run. Can anybody get close or even beat that time? Lynx gets close. He is well within a tenth. A 108.592 for Lynx Peace, and puts him second fastest then. Good time from him. Let's go with Pesci. He's coming up to the line as well, as Zeus goes P3, Poem goes P4, and Pesci will go quickest of all by half a second. It's a 108.072, and Pesci is on fire at this moment in time, as Steve Lane goes 5th fastest, 109.001, just within a second of the leaders. Let's drop it down and see Rusted Bolt just on the exit of the Senna S's at the moment. And let's head down towards, we'll go towards Tajani. I know Coffee will come to the line now. And Coffee will go 6th fastest at 109.094. And also you've got the Haas coming to the line of Willie Fernandez just starting a lap. But here comes Tajani Brinkman, the Flying Dutchman. Evening Trudy. Hello Trudy. Wow, I haven't seen that name in a while. How are you doing? As Tajani to the line then here. As Tajani goes 4th fastest, 108.681, just behind Hazer and Lynx Peace. Good effort from him as Pesci's out there as well. What about Wizard Rex? He goes 5th fastest. We'll drop it down toward, well, I'll go towards William, but I'm actually going to go back towards Rusted Bolt, who will be finishing his lap as well. Mr. Poem improves, goes 4th fastest, 108.620. And let's see how everybody else can do. But here comes Rusted Bolt then. Will he put himself up there near his teammate? Here comes Rusted Bolt. It's a 108.863. Quite low down for Bolt. Only P8 for the Lithuanian here. And you've got Coffee as well. Just into Sector 3 now. As the Ferrari, I believe, Enhanced. Just starting lap into the centre S's. And let's see what Coffee can do. Yeah, of course, 109.094, but he is going straight into the pit, so he's definitely not going for another run at the moment. And if we drop it towards William, he doesn't look particularly quick on the straight, and there you go, he's very much decided he doesn't want to continue that lap. Probably shouldn't be cutting it like that, but nobody was particularly close behind him, thankfully. As here comes Kennedy in the Mercedes as well. Almost seemed like he was backing off at the end. I don't think he would. And then again, a 111.988. He's going to definitely have to go quicker than that. Only P12. He definitely has to go much quicker. I'm sure he will. Enhanced as well. Reserving from Tier 2 tonight. And just now heading round turns 14 and 15. So let's see what Enhanced can do. Hazer goes even quicker. 108.048. And that is about what? 300ths of a second faster than Pesci, or so, as Enhanced goes P12, 109.546. But that was another lap from Hazer then, a second run for him. Rusted Bolt will do likewise, he will go for another run. Will he improve on a current provisional 108.8? Let's get the gaps in there as well, shall we? Yeah, gap to leader, very close then. Oh, it's well close. 0.024 seconds are separating Hazer ahead of Pesci. At the top of the timesheets, half a second back, Link's Piece and Mr. Poem, 6/10 to Destroyer Drac. Very well done to get 5th at the moment. And also Tajani and Wizard Rex in there. Merck yet to set a time, so that'll be interesting. Where can he go? And Williams doing well in the championship this season. Got quite a few podiums, or battling for podiums on numerous occasions. And he's put himself, is he 4th or now? I think he may potentially have dropped to 5th in the standings. Possibly behind Mr. Poem and Lynx, but it's very close in our battle for P3 there. Rusted Bolt then is improving by just over 1.5 tenths. With that sort of improvement, you're probably looking at a couple of places potentially for Rusted Bolt. Can he get up near Destroyer Drac will be the question. It's a 108.5. Oh, it's well quicker. It's P3, does gain a lot of time in Sector 3 as well there, Rusted Bolt. And he's in behind Hazer and Pesci. And onto the second row, so currently Pesci splitting the AlphaTauris for that provisional pole. Steel Lane will start his lap. Let's drop down towards Merck, who is on a hot lap, or maybe not. He is not using his battery, so he's clearly not on a hot lap. Hazer out there as well, still going is Hazer. And don't forget, with the sprint as well, do you want to save the extra set of soft tyres as well for not just the sprint, but also the race? Got to think about that. As William, through the centre S's, yet to set a lap time. Kennedy surely going quicker, and yes he is, 1.5 seconds faster at the moment. An improvement, I believe, was there an improvement out there? I don't think there was actually. Coffee just starting his lap, and here comes Kennedy. He is improving. And he goes into the top 10. P9 for him. About 7/10 off the pace. But Kennedy, a good solid improvement from him. Zeus now is definitely improving. 2.5 tenths. And Zeus could be pretty quick here. He goes P3. 4/10 off the pace here. But Zeus is on to the second row ahead of Rusted Bolt. A good strong time from him. Let's drop it down again. See how Enhanced can do. He remains P13 and Steel Lane to the line. He stays P11. And there is an improvement from Link's Piece and puts him back into the top 3. Rusted Bolt pushed down to P5. And Zeus pushed down to P4. Let's see. Where is Merck at the moment? Is he on a lap? He's invalidated. He was definitely improving. He got 1.5 off the pace, but he was improving by just under 1 second. And that was only through the Sector 2 split. So you can imagine Merck will be very quick in what could be his final run. But let's wait and see what Merck can deliver here. Fake Mano, his teammate for tonight's race. Sort of Okay, allowing the Red Bull through, but the Red Bull seems pretty close. You want to be careful with that. You don't want to be getting penalties and stuff unnecessarily. Let's see if the Alfa Romeo who is around them. Who is it? Destroyer Jack. Is he on a lap? He is. He is going quicker. Only marginal, but he is going quicker. So the two drivers around him who were not on laps have got to be careful. And to be fair, the Alpine potentially was giving him a little slipstream, but he is going back in the pit, so not helpful for him, I don't think. 7 minutes remaining in qualifying. Enhanced did improve on his previous run. 6/10 of the pace, P8 for the Ferrari of Enhanced. I still think this man's a tier 1 pace driver, to be honest with you. I'd say keep him in tier 1 personally. Put him in that Ferrari alongside... Do they have anybody in tier 1 now? They might have one driver, to be fair. But they don't tonight. They only have Enhanced. I'd say just give him a tier 1 seat. I think he's definitely proving... Whenever he's in tier 1, he's proving that he's quick enough to be in tier 1. I'd say pop him in that Ferrari until the end of the season. And see what his pace is like on a new game. Tajani is improving by about half a tenth of a second on his current time, which leaves him in P9. And let's see what Enhance will do. I think he'll go into the pits on this lap, so we'll go back towards Tajani. We've also got Wizard, Fake Mano on a lap as well. Rusted Bolt will start his next lap as he makes a run down into turn 1. But Tajani Brinkman then, the man who... Is he on a lap? That's the question. His battery's going up, so he's not on a lap. We'll just check. We'll double check the split anyway for Tajani. Oh, he's on a lap, even though his battery was going up. 1/10 of a second of a gain. Again, that would probably put him, at the moment, challenging those in the top 4 potentially for Tajani. Would it put him ahead of Rusted Bolt? No, because he's going into the pits. Answers the question sufficiently there, as Wizard Rex has invalidated his time as well. Let's go up towards Rusted Bolt, who is not gaining through the Sector 1 split. So let's see what he can do through the Sector 2 split. Zeus, best driver in the universe. Well, let's see if he can prove it tonight then. Rusted Bolt, he is improving 1.5 tenths. And taking into account he is P5, half a second off. This will be a solid improvement here. And he will be able to get himself back into the pits to go for one final lap as well. Chance for Rusted Bolt. And here he comes to the line. Will he bolt away? He goes into the top 4. 4 tenths exactly behind his teammate Hazer. And it is P4 for Rusted Bolt. Great time there from the Lithuanian. And he puts himself onto the second row. Back towards Wizard Rexen, who looks like he's on a lap on this occasion through into Sector 2. What can the American do? As now he'll bide his time, make a move into turn 10. And is Wizard Rex improving? Or will he just decide, you know what, I'm not improving, or I'm not improving enough, put myself into the pits? But he's definitely improving by enough time. Almost 3/10 of a second up here, Wizard Rex. And that could put him on course for a potential second row. Let's see what Wizard Rex can do. If he can continue that improvement, he'll be rapid. And Wizard leads to the line and will put himself P5. He did lose time in Sector 3. Only a bit of time, but it does pop him behind Rusted Bolt by 16 thousandths of a second. Certainly the McLaren v AlphaTauri battle resumes here this evening. Let's go back towards William as well. A couple of drivers just beginning laps are Enhanced. And also Fake Mano just starting their times through into the Curva de Sol. They go. But what can William do at the moment? He's not on an official lap actually, because he's not using his battery. So no driver is actually on a hot lap apart from those two at the back. Let's go. Well, Fake Mano has invalidated, so he'll have to recover that battery. Will he put his car straight into the pits though and go for one final run? He may be wanting to do that. Enhanced. It's improving by 1/10 of a second as well. And off track goes the McLaren, and that is Wizard Rex, who of course did improve to go P5. But what can Enhanced do again? Only reserving from Tier 2, but he does look pretty quick, given he is only a Tier 2 driver. And he's improving by almost 3/10 of a second. Enhanced, mate, go into Tier 1. That's your tier, man. That is his tier. This guy is quick. At least for tier 2. And I'm in tier 2, so I know all about that. Right, Enhanced to the line. Enhanced goes third fastest, ladies and gentlemen. And it is just under 3/10 of a pace. I think that tier 1 Ferrari seat is looking pretty comfortable right now for Enhanced. Looking good. Rusted Bolt is improving as well. And he goes third fastest himself. Just under 2/10 away now from the top two. The times are getting quicker here. Let's drop it down again. Who is on a lap? I see there's an Alfa Romeo. Zeus is just about to start a lap. And Haas as well with William is actually on a lap, is he? Yes, he is. Improving quickly as well. William will place his car 11th place. And that will effectively be his qualifying over. Unless he has enough battery and, well, fuel. But I don't think he has enough fuel, unfortunately. Kennedy is starting a lap. Or is he? He's not using any battery here, Kennedy. So he's going to go for an outlap again, a second outlap effectively, and he will go again. Mr. Poem as well. But Mr. Poem is pushing on now with the McLaren. Is that Wizard? That's Pesci. He's not starting his lap now though. Okay. So Pesci's also going for a second outlap here. I thought for a moment, because he let Mr. Poem go, I thought, is he actually trying to start a lap whilst losing time? Mr. Poem has spun! Mr. Poem is off track. He is not going to improve on that lap. Oh, he must have got wing damage as well. He does. I'm pretty certain it's wing damage for Poem. He needs to go because he can't get disqualified here. Make sure you get back onto the circuit. You've got plenty of time. Just ensure you don't get a disqualification. That's the most important thing whilst you are lying in P8. Don't get disqualified. Let's see, Coffee is also improving. I imagine quite a few of them are improving here. Hazer starting his lap. Pesci will be about to start a lap in a few moments' time as well. But they are on opposite sides of the track at the moment. That's my game sound. It's just gone. Maybe not. It's back again for me. Okay, Press is improving, but shall we go to the guys at the top? Hazer, Pesci, Enhanced, still in there in P4. Trying to recover his battery, in all fairness. Got up to just under 80%. Is that enough for him to go again? Well, he feels it is. There is an improvement there. Link's Piece is currently not improving. Link's Piece. There was an improvement, no, and it is Zeus is improving by 3/10. Zeus looks quick here. And let's see what the man... Is he from Greece? I want to say maybe. I'm not too certain on that. But Zeus to the line goes into the third place. He is ahead of Rusted Bolt by 200ths of a second. Really good from him. Tajani goes P8. Again, let's go then towards Hayes. He's into the pits. Hayes not improving. This is all down to Pesci. William has been disqualified. He's parked in a dangerous location. Shocking driving there from the head of appeals. Would he appealed it? That's the question. I'm joking. Enhanced. Is he going faster? That's the question for him. And if we drop it down towards Link's Piece, he goes P3 himself now, just over a 10th away. Let's go to Pesci, because he's improving, and improving rapidly. Pesci goes into turn 15 now, and onto the main straight he goes. Will it be quickest for Pesci? To the line, he goes fastest, 107.939, the only driver to break into the 107s, a sub 108, and he is the man to beat right now. Hazer could not match him, and that is going to be lap for qualifying, and Pesci takes pole here at Brazil, ahead of the sprint. That will be a bonus point for Pesci, pivotal in a championship battle. Pesci v Hazer continues, and they are 1 and 2 at the top of the tree. Right, there you go. So that is your short qualifying results. Pesci 1/10 ahead of Hazer, again the only driver with a sub 108. Lynx Peace goes third fastest, and it is the Greek man himself, and it is Zeus, a godlike figure, who goes fourth fastest. Lithuanian Russell Bolt goes P5 ahead of the Jamaican Enhanced, taking sixth for the Ferrari. Seventh, the Alfa Romeo of Destroyer Jack, pipping Wizard Rex, who takes home 8th place, very close between those two, and equally close to the Alpine of Tajani Brinkman, P9 ahead of the Williams of UFRL Merck, back from a week away. Prezi started P11 from Poem, of course the reigning champion, Coffee, Kennedy, Steelane, Fake Mano, and Williams. Some dirty driving there from Williams to get disqualified. How awful was that from William? Awful driving, shambolic stuff. To be getting disqualified. What is he doing? What is he playing at? Again, I'm joking, of course. But anyways, that is going to be that qualifying completed. And let's see what happens here at the sprint. So, we do normally have a 3-minute break for the sprint. Let's hope the drivers are fully aware of that. We do have some newer drivers, so it's about whether or not they're aware of that. Hopefully they are in the racing lounge. Yeah, it's been said. So we're due to go at 28 minutes past. So in about a minute's time, actually. So we've got a bit of a short break on this occasion. So hopefully everybody does get set for the sprint. What is the sprint around Brazil? Was it like 12 laps? I have 12 laps in my mind, but I might be completely wrong. But yeah, let's see how Interlagos goes for the sprint. Looking forward to this racing. Qualifying was great, but the race and the sprint will be even better. Surely, Brazil is one of those unmatched tracks and territories. It's one to watch every season in the real world, and it's one to watch in UFRL. That is for sure. Good evening, Drac. Hope you're doing well. Strong qualifying as well from yourself. Best of luck for the race. We are going to be in a couple of moments' time. Right, so it is now 28 minutes past. So we are going to be due to go. No overtime. Ah, yeah, good that you've got no overtime. Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well, thank you. Literally just got in. Probably like yourself, to be fair. Got in just before the race started, so had a bit of a rush, but you know, things happen and I'm in. So let's see how this race unfolds. Pesci v Hazer will be the main one, of course, but you will have battles further down. And who will be leading into turn one? Would it be Pesci or would it be Hazer? As they head through into the centre. S. A short run into turn one as well, of course. And it will offer the opportunity of a potential last lap overtake into turns 15 and onto the main straight. Does that give any of these drivers the feeling that going in P2 onto the last lap could be the better option? Possibly. It depends on their battery, depends if they can push their tyres to the limit. P2 might be the better way to go if you have the battery advantage over your rival and you're close enough. But if you're not close enough, then you're probably not going to get past them. Unless you have full battery and they have none. Anyways, again, we were scheduled to go at 28. I don't know, that may have been changed potentially. Was that changed? It still says 28, so we should be getting going here. Not certain as to why we're not going. I'm certain also for the sprint, it normally gives us the 30-second countdown. We have not got a 30-second countdown yet. I'm certain. No, it doesn't. I'm like, okay. I thought it did. but it doesn't. Maybe that's for one-shot quaddy. But anyways, 5 light, and it's go, go, go between Pesci and Hazer. You imagine it will be mediums or softs all round, and into turn 1 they go. Pesci holds the advantage, clear as day, and a side-by-side Links coming through. Hazer and Links, but Hazer takes it, and Zeus, the Greekman, the god, coming through. Will he take hold of Link's piece? He takes him. Has he got past? They're still going at him, but Zeus takes him. Godlike figure, a godlike move, and up onto the podium he goes. Can he keep up with Pesci and Hazer at the front? But Zeus is onto the podium. Hazer keeping on track with Pesci here, and further down the battles resume with Kennedy, Wizard, Prezi and Merc. Merc down to P12, not a great start from him. As we go into the tyre situation, and they are very different when it comes to the tyres. Soft for mediums, Pesci opting for the mediums, the 5 behind him. All on the softs. Hazer, Zeus, Links, Bolt and Enhance have all gone for the soft compound tyre, and Pesci and Hazer continue to lead the way. Zeus has dropped back to 0.8 of a second. I will give Links a chance to think he'll have to get through. Let's see what Hazer does here. Does he go straight for the overtake on Pesci into turn 1? Let's see what they can do through into the centre S's, as Pesci of course takes the fastest lap, and into the centre S's, and on the exit they'll be heading round the curve of the soul. And let's see what they can do onto the Repa Aposta as well. And Hazer surely now is going to make his move and overtaking Pesci side by side. Into turn 4 they go, and Hazer is surely ahead. Still squabbling, still going at it, and Hazer edging his car ahead still. But Pesci is still there. Pesci drops him behind, and through goes Hazer for the race lead, or the sprint lead, should I add. Link's piece does get past Zeus. He knows he's got to make it to challenge the 2 ahead, but it's Hazer from Pesci at the front of the field, and on they go. Link, Zeus, Bolt and Enhanced, and there's Drac as well. Drac and Tajani opting for the medium tyres, as Enhanced and Rusted Bolt going at it for P5. As a tier 2 driver overtaking Rusted Bolt, and up he goes into P5. I think Enhanced has got to be in tier 1 surely, with the pace he's showing this evening, the pace we've seen from him in tiers 1 and 2 this season, over the few races he's been in. I think Enhanced has got to be in tier 1 from this pace. Let's go towards the front because Pesci is going at it again into turn 1. It is incredibly close. We've got to go to this angle because it's better. It's still better. The game's given us the worst angle possible. That's better. And Hazer's just ahead. Through into the Repa Acosta now. But here comes Pesci once more. And Pesci will fly past and retake the lead here. Up to P1 he goes. Hazer couldn't quite compete with that one. Link's piece not far behind, you know, only 1 second. Taking into account he was 1.5 behind just a lap and a half ago. He has closed that gap by more than half a second here. But these two are still going at it. The way they're going at it makes it very challenging for me to drop down the field and watch the other battles going on, because it is all about Pesci and Hazer's championship battle here. And it continues at Interlagos. Through the sprint, 8 points for the winner of the sprint, don't forget. 1 point for the pole position, which was Pesci. So Pesci getting that point. But can Hazer take 8 points here in the sprint, or will that go to Pesci himself? They're still going at it now. And on the run through into turn 1, once again, here comes Hazer opting for the inside line. And he easily makes the move stick. And up into P1 once more. Don't forget he's on softs though. And Pesci going for the medium tyres. Let's see what the start has been like in terms of position changes. And Kennedy is the big gainer, up 5 spots and into 9th place. Great start from Kennedy. He's just got Wizard Rex and Prez behind him. As Hazer and Pesci still pushing and still going at it. But Link's piece there, 3/10 behind. Zeus 8/10 behind. These guys have caught up, particularly Link's piece. He has done absolutely superbly to be able to catch up to Hazer and Pesci. And he has a chance of winning this sprint as well. And further down, Wizard Rex is in trouble. And that is a big hit for the McLaren, because Pesci's teammate is down to P17 and last. And he will have a struggle to get any points here. Can he rescue anything? As Mr. Poem and Fake Mano going at it here, enjoying the ties and the brakes. And Mr. Poem just about edging ahead of Fake Mano, holding on to the place. Mano did start in P16 ahead of William, but now Poem is up and they are still going at it. So here comes Fake Mano once again on the inside line, Poem on the outside, and it looks like Fake Mano is going to get the overtake into turn 1, or does he? Still side by side, and surely Mano now, but Poem still has a car there, still going at it, but Mano squeezes his car through. Who gets DRS? Will it be Mr. P? I think, yes, it will be Mr. P, and that should be a relatively easy move for him. Round the outside, and he re-overtakes Fake Mano, and back into P12. Not even for points this one, but still a good battle nonetheless. And Mr. Poem back up into P12 behind Merck. And Hans is still pushing on here, battling with Rusted Bolt over 5th place. And all yellow flags, and it's for Steel Lane. So 1 was the McLaren, 2 is the Aston Martin. Not ideal, Steel Lane down to P17. Let's keep up with this little battle then. But we do want to go further forward. I will just quickly drop towards Pesci and Hazer and see if Link's Piece is thinking about a potential overtake as well. They are still going at it. 3 drivers here with Zeus, 8 tenths adrift, but he's still in DRS range. And Enhanced now does take Rusted Bolt, whilst Pesci takes Hazer into turn 1 as well. A bit of contact in fact, but nothing too severe. This could give Link's Piece the opportunity that he needs and he wants. But he is just dropping in behind, so that gives Hazer a chance now to make a move on Pesci and back up into turn 4 and back into P1 he goes. It's further down. Oh, squabble going on here between Kennedy and Tajani, I believe. And Kennedy is up into P8. I don't think Tajani had DRS there. He's out of battery as well. So the Dutchman has a challenge. Enhanced with a 3-second time penalty. Currently in P5, but he does have Destroyer Jack and Rusted Bolt for company. That 3-second penalty may cost him points here in a sprint, but it certainly looks like he's got very good pace to keep up with those at the front of the field. So back up with the lead as we go towards Hazer and Pesci. Tajani all over Kennedy, Bolt and Drac all over Enhanced as well. The battles continue here, but surely Pesci will go for the overtake on Hazer once again, and indeed he does. And back up into P1. Well, is he? The game's not giving us the greatest views into turn 1 at the moment, sadly. Oh, Hazer's off, and through goes 2! Lynx and Zeus are up to P2 and P3, and Hazer with a pivotal mistake. And up the front, Pesci under pressure. Zeus goes through on Pesci. Off goes Pesci. They're still fighting, squabbling, and they're going at it here. Can they take it into turn 6, 7 and 8? But it's Zeus who is ahead of Pesci. Absolutely massive. Defending now like a god. And Zeus is up to P2 out of nowhere. Lynx lead as well. What has happened to the championship leaders? They are not 1 and 2. They are 3 and 4. Because Lynx and Zeus have taken advantage with a whack and a storm. And they throw it beyond the pair behind. But can Pesci take it back? Zeus will just about be in DRS range, but Pesci with the slipstream has got a massive chance to take it back. Hazer will try and follow him in surely, but Pesci and Zeus now are side by side, onto the straight, into turn 1 through the centre S's. Will it be Pesci or Zeus? It will just about be Pesci. He edges ahead, and there's a chance here for Hazer. Hazer's through on Zeus as well. Hazer up to P3. He will get DRS on Pesci. He will surely get Pesci and get back into P2. Lynx is beginning to run away, but Hazer is up into P2 now. Brilliant racing between these multiple drivers, and now quite a few behind are in this battle as well. Tajani ahead of Merck and up into P8, but we have to stick with this because this is enthralling stuff here. Absolutely brilliant. Yep, Zeus right involved in it for sure, but it's Hazer, Pesci, Lynx now 1.5 seconds clear. So don't forget, he had to gain 1.5 seconds to get back within DRS range earlier in the sprint, and he has done that tremendously because he now leads by 1.5 seconds. Tyre situation for you. Pesci, you could argue in the final few laps, Pesci's tyres should be the best of these at the front of the field. Yellow flags, and Prez is in a bit of trouble. Is that a... I know the game could do that sometimes, where there can be a reset to track by the game here at Brazil. I'm not sure if that was it, but I certainly know there was a form of a reset to track. I don't know if that was pressing the button himself, or because the game felt he was too far off track. It's one or the other. As still going at it here, Pesci and Hazer into turn 4, and Hazer again is back into P2. Incredible stuff between these drivers. Drac is in there. Zeus now has lost out to his teammate. Drac up into P4, giving his teammate no chance. I think the soft tyres are dropping off. As I say that, Drac has a little bit of a scare and a fright, but remains in P4. At this moment, it is Hazer just about at P2. Can he get himself a DRS range of Link's piece? He doesn't want to throw away all of his battery. I do wonder if Link's piece is saying, right, I'm getting rid of my battery and hoping and praying that I can stay clear of the drivers behind. Maybe what Link's is thinking, but he might be preserving the battery, knowing he's got the final lap to go. We'll only find out on the final couple of laps. But let's see what can happen here as Pesci. Is he going to be close enough for the first time into turn 1? Pesci decides he's going to stay behind Hazer. Is he going to get the move here? Because out the centre S's and round the curve to someone to the Repo Acosta here. And is there going to be a chance for Pesci to get back at Hazer? He's not close enough. He's going to have to drop in behind, so Hazer stays ahead of Pesci. Not just into turn 1, but also to turn 4. That could be pivotal for Hazer. Can he catch up to Link's piece, or is Pesci deciding, you know what, I'm going to save my battery until the final lap of this sprint to gain the extra point? It's absolutely crucial between Pesci and Hazer. Who will come out on top here? That is the question. We drop down momentarily. And Mr. Poem now on the back of William. Merck is also battling, and Tajani's off. Tajani is off track and down to P9. Did anything happen between himself and Merck? That will be the question. But Merck is in the point on this sprint. Tajani out of the points now. I think Mano, meanwhile, down to P10. But he was battling Poem earlier in the sprint, so to be fair, he's done pretty well to get himself into the top 10. And Hazer now under pressure, and Pesci will squeeze his car through on the outside. And it's turn 1 again. But there you go, Hazer has a different line on this occasion. And I will give him the exit that he needs. Round and onto the Repo Acosta they go. And I think Hazer has surely got this move done as we're on the penultimate lap of the sprint. And Hazer is just ahead of Pesci and back into P2. But the issue is, do you really want to be leading on the final lap or not? Or going on to the final lap? I'm not certain right now. This will be interesting between these drivers. But Link's piece has had a magnificent sprint here. And I can't say it's undeserved from Link's piece. He's had the pace, not just the pace to catch up, but the pace to overtake and the pace to go clear of Hazer and Pesci. Hazer's still not in DRS range of Link's piece, 1.2 seconds. He's gaining a 10th flare though, but he's lost a bit of time again. So no DRS for Hazer here, but he may push his battery to get within DRS range of Link's piece if he can. Or is he going to save it for the final lap? Now maybe what Pesci's doing, you know. They are going side by side behind. No, Bolt getting through on Zeus. So Russ and Bolt making those tyres work now. Still on the softs, but he's up into P5. Pivotal for him. Let's go back here as Mr. Poem takes William, and up into P11 he goes. William has got Kennedy and Coffee directly behind him. And Pesci makes a move round the outside on Hazer. And up into P2 for Pesci through beyond turn 4. It's going to be the pivotal times now for these drivers. And Pesci is within a second of Link's piece. This is absolutely what Pesci needs, not what Hazer needed though. Mistake there from Hazer. It must have been contact between him and Pesci. Nothing too severe. Hazer is still there, but Pesci has held on to P2, and Pesci still within a second of Link's piece here. So now we go beyond the Sector 2 split line, and it's going to be crucial because Pesci will have DRS. Is Pesci going to be close enough to Links? He's got much closer! He's half a second! It's 0.4 of a second! Here comes Pesci to the line! But I think Links has just got enough to hang on. Link's piece wins the sprint at Interlagos. Pesci P2 from Hazer and Drac. Russell Bolt just ahead of Zeus. And Merck takes Enhance to come home in P7. Enhance with a 3-second penalty. Good points there for both Williams drivers as Fake Mano beats off Tajani Brinkman. Enhanced only P10. He did drop off at the end on no soft. But still, again, he had a 3 seconds. He had a great sprint. But absolutely superbly done. Link's piece wins your Brazilian sprint. So your sprint results are in then. Lynx Peace, Pesci, Hazer, Destroyer, Drac, Rusted Bolt, Zeus, Merc, Mano are all your drivers in the points. The Johnny just missing out in the end with Enhanced also there. Mr. Perm, William, Kennedy, Coffee, Wizard, Prezi and Steelane. That'll be your grid, don't forget, for the race. Great stuff there from the likes of Merc and Mano to get themselves through the field a little bit. And of course, Lynx with a superb drive to come out on top. He did make a mistake on through the final corners, but he held it together to come out on top. So now we will have a 5-minute break. I will definitely take it. I think my voice will need it. I get the feeling my voice may have a struggle later on in this event, but we'll see. But either way, we'll have a few minutes and then I'll be back. Right, and we are back because we are moments away from starting this race here at Brazil. What a sprint that was! Link's Piece taking the win there. But of course, Pesci finishing ahead of Hazer in P2 and P3 respectively. And now let's see what happens in this race. Link's starting from the front with Pesci and Hazer behind. And let's see how it will go, but we'll wait for the lights to start. And then who will be leading into turn one? Will Lynx hold on to the race lead? That is going to be the next question. It looks dry at the moment. It does look very cloudy. So, again, I cannot guarantee we're not due for any rain. I've not been told anything personally. If anybody wants to let me know very late on, it would be great. But if not, we'll presume it may be a dry race, but we will find out. But yeah, we are going to be starting in a couple of moments here. They were told to ready up at 51. They seem to be waiting longer for the ready up. For some reason, I don't know why. Anyways, it's 1 light, it's 2, it's 3, and it's 4, and it's 5 red lights. Here at Interlagos. And it's go, go, go at the Brazilian Grand Prix. It's Lynx and Pesci at the front. And will Lynx hold it? He clearly does. No fight from Pesci. Hard tyres for most of those. Pesci opting for the mediums. I can see the yellow wall tyres there. But Hazer opting for the hards. It's not quite worked for him yet because Pesci is having a lead and an advantage over him. But let's see what can they happen. Through into turn 4 then. And it's all looking pretty good at the moment. Bolt in there. And now challenges are happening. Ooh! And that was a big moment there from Rusted Bolt. He almost lost his car entirely. There are the tyre situations at the moment, but Bolt very lucky to keep his car together there. Was there any damage for Merck? I'm not too sure. Anyone behind, in fact. As Kennedy up into P8 ahead of Enhance as well. And they're all on the line here. Oh, Fake Mano going at it, making a move on Coffee. Coffee going wide, in fact. And Fake Mano P13, Coffee P14. It's not been a good start, though, for Fake Mano, I believe. He's down the order. Quite far down, actually. He's lost 5 places on the start, Fake Mano. So something has happened to Mano on this start. Zeus having a battle with Rusted Bolt at the moment. And it looks like Bolt is just ahead. Zeus did get a bit on the grass there. And he will put him out of touch. Gives Merck the opportunity that he needs. And let's see what Merck can do. I'm sure he'll have to think about making the overtake here. Or does he have to defend from Kennedy? That will be the next question for him. He'll have a look at turn 4, but he will stay in behind Zeus. Patient driving from the ever so patient Merck. And he will still try and get out Zeus. Has it got him though is the question. Side by side they go between Zeus and Merck. And it will be the top of the Titans here. Merck goes a little off track. Potentially pushed off there. But Zeus just about holds on. And Kennedy is having a look on the outside. Kennedy actually makes a move on the inside. Kennedy has the advantage here on Merck. And they are still side by side though, so Merck will try and hold the inside line on this occasion, making the switchbacks. And Prez is out, and that is a full course safety car. And it looks like Merck is just ahead of Kennedy as well. Oh, maybe not. Alright, then that was Zeus. Slowing it down really majorly there was Zeus actually. He didn't need to slow down that much, did he? Yeah, definitely don't need to slow it down too much. But anyways, does anybody pit? It's only lap 1, you kind of think, or lap 2 should I say, on to lap 3. There is a pit stop going on here. Coffee! And Coffee is straight into the pits then. It is a full course safety car and he will be going off the hard tyres. So will he go for mediums or will he go for softs? And Coffee opting for the soft tyre. So soft for Coffee. See how they work for him. He's the only driver now on the softs is Coffee. Everybody else on mediums, all the hard tyres. It will be interesting, but we are going to have a couple of laps behind the safety car. Sadly, Prez has retired from the race. I don't know if there was an incident, in all fairness, because I didn't see anybody particularly close to him on a Delta. But again, I may be incorrect on that. So there may have been something, or it may have been a driver error, effectively. We'll find out, of course, on that one. But for now, unfortunately, Prez is out. I'll be down to 16 drivers. A lot of battling going on here at Brazil. But then again, it's something you'd expect for such a great track. And when you've got quite a few drivers equal or near equal to each other, you're going to get great battles, and probably the odd contact seems likely, which you don't really want to see contact, but there's always a chance of it. As long as the contacts aren't major, it could be okay. Don't be pushing people off track, etc, etc. Yeah, Coffee does seem to have the tyre advantage right now over everybody else, being on those fresh softs. They all will need to pit again no matter what, and nobody is opting to pit now. So it is advantage to Coffee, but he is down to P16, so he's lost a few places, but only, I believe, like 3 places, and that's it. So he's still in a good place here, Coffee. A little bit surprised, none of those further back wanting to make a pit stop. Maybe Steelane or Wizard could have got rid of the hards as well. I can understand Mano and Williams sticking on the mediums, but yeah. Let's see what happens. Gonna go towards the front now, see what Pesci and Lynx and Hazer, those 3 are still there, but Drac, Rusted Bolt, Zeus dropping to P6 now. After he was impressive in the sprint, he's just lost out a little bit here in his battles, in particular with Rusted Bolt. Drac doing very well to get up to P4. So there's the position changes. The only one at the front, Pesci taking Lynx piece for the lead. Pesci being on the better tyre as well, mediums versus the hards. Further down, Kennedy, a brilliant start here. 5 places gained for Kennedy and up into P8. And Hards and Mr. Poem are both up 1 spot respectively and are into the top 10. Tajani down 2, Mano down 4 places. Really poor start of the race for him. Whether or not there was any contact from his perspective, I don't know. But again, he's down to 12th place. 1 place drop for William. Up 3 for Steelade, so he's managed to get himself on the back. Wizard has stayed. Coffee has pitted. Is down 2 places, but he's on fresh, soft tyres. And we're going to get ourselves back underway now. And let's see, when does Pesci opt to go? And he's going to go now. So straight away, he's not waiting. Oh, maybe not, wait. Never mind, it's because he's got the brake on, and now he's getting the brake off, and he's underway. So it's Pesci from Lynx Piece, it's very close, so Lynx Piece has got Hazer there as well. But into turn 1, into the centre S's, it looks comfortable between them. Lynx and Hazer are the ones really close to each other, and a squabbling further back, the Ferrari of Enhanced, trying to take a place, I believe, of Mr. Poem, and losing out in the end in P10 to Mr. Poem in P9. Doing well there, Merck, Kennedy side by side, and I think Kennedy is just ahead into turn 4, and indeed he is, and up into P7 he goes, off goes Merck meanwhile, but only a little bit off track, and he stays put. What's he going to think about? Is he going to think about a potential move here on Kennedy? Kennedy goes for the narrow line, cutting off any opportunity for Merck to go for here. Further down, he got Enhanced in the picture as well, all over Mr. Poem, and down into turn 10 now, and he's still hanging in there. I've got to say, Pesci is absolutely bolted, 1.3 seconds clear of Lynx now, and a squabble there from Poem that will give Enhanced the opportunity that he wants to make an overtake here. The fact that he's still able to keep the pace with the guys ahead, and he's going to go for the overtake now on Mr. Poem and make a move up into P9 for Enhanced. And there you go. He's still there though, side by side, and Mr. Poem is holding it and holding it together as he got himself ahead. Oh, off did go somebody. Somebody went off. Oh, there's... Oh! And that's Mr. P. So Mr. P has had a struggle there in the battle with Enhanced. He's lost out here a couple of spots and a bit of contact there. Mano making contact with Enhanced, and I've got to say that definitely looked like, from my perspective, it was probably on fake Mano. He didn't look like he was alongside Enhanced. That's not on fake Mano. No, Enhanced has just had a slip. No contact between them there. Enhanced loses 1 and may lose 2 spots here at the expense of Tajani Brinkman, and indeed he does. The Dutchman is up into P10. Just a couple of slips I've seen from Enhanced here this evening, but he's trying to keep it together. Coffee has gained a few places, and he's up into P12. That was incredibly close, though. He's going to have to try and make a move here on Enhanced. Being on those soft tyres, if I were Enhanced, I wouldn't really fight it much. He's on softs. Don't see the point fighting it much right now. In fact, he could work together with Coffee if he lets him through, but he's still trying to fight it. Is it smart to fight it when you're on hard? He's on softs. He goes through anyway. Coffee up on the softs into P11 now. And again, they all need to pit again. One stop required for each of these drivers, including Coffee. But everybody else still needs to make the pit stop, and they are squabbling ahead. Zeus and Merc. And it looks like Merc has came up on top there. So he's up into P6 now, Merc. And further down, Kennedy is going at it with Zeus here on the outside line. But Zeus holds out ahead. It's turn 6, 7 and 8 with a defensive line as well. So Zeus staying in P7, holding out ahead of Kennedy there. So again, we're going to stick right now with this battle. Pesci is still clear, 1.8 seconds, 1.9 seconds to Link's piece now. I think the guys behind need to start working together as Tajani's now off. Tajani, Brinkman is down to P15. Mr. Poem is the one at the back on the fresh medium tyres. But Tajani in a bit of trouble in P15, sadly. Enhanced, meanwhile, has taken Coffee back. They are still there, Coffee with a... Ooh, a contact it seems. I think Coffee was sort of always had a wheel just about on the inside there. They are still side by side, but here comes a chance for William. And he's going to do it again like he did at Qatar not too long ago. Well, it was last season. And here he goes, William, has he got it done though? They are side by side with Enhanced. And he's still there, Enhanced, but William makes it too. A double overtake from William once again. It's Qatar all over, and William is up into the top 10. And now we're both down the inside from Coffee on Enhanced. He's crying for it. He's going all out, guns blazing. Contact between them, Enhanced is off the track. And Enhanced has lost out to Steel 8 and Wizard Rex as well. Contact between himself and Coffee, unfortunately. Enhanced picked up a very, very harsh 3-second penalty. I think we'll clip it the last 30 seconds so we can see what happened there between them. I think the stewards may want to have a little look at that, I do imagine. Zeus and Kennedy going at it. And this is for P7. Zeus taking the place and up into P7 he goes. Kennedy not able to fight it, but he does have fake Mano right behind him now. And again, Mano made a mistake, so he doesn't have fake Mano right behind him. So now, here comes Kennedy going for the overtake on Zeus. Is it going to be another safety car? Because at the moment, Pesci doesn't want another one. And they are side by side here. And off track goes Zeus. It's very aggressive racing out there. Some of the driving tonight has not been particularly impressive. I've got to say, there's been some moments where I look at it and think you could have given a driver more space of what you gave them. And that does seem the case on a few occasions tonight. Yeah, not been brilliant. I mean, listen, none of the... Oh, there you go. There's another one. Zeus has made contact there with Mano. That's another easy clip, sadly. And that'll probably be a little penalty, I presume. But yeah, it's not been great racing at times. I mean, some of it's been brilliant. Particularly in the sprint, I felt. The sprint has probably been better than the race so far. Let's see, Mano again going to re-overtake Zeus. They are still going at it here for P7. And in fact, they are side by side now. But there you go, the Alfa Romeo of Zeus just ahead. And up into 7th place. As Wizard Rex now taking Steel Lane just about. And up into P12. And Mano will go back at it on Zeus. Around the outside. And he is through. And back up into P7. So fake Mano and Zeus certainly going at it with William and Coffee also involved. I've got to say, one man who has done very well is Merc, because he's now up into the top 6, and he's right there with all of those ahead. Lynx, Drac, Hazer and Bolt all have Merc right behind him. Merc is the only one of these 5 drivers on the medium tyres. Pesci, of course, leading the races on mediums. The gap to Pesci now between himself and Lynx is just 1.4 seconds. If they can keep working together here, they can make inroads and close the gap to Pesci. That's what they need to do here. And maybe it could be better. Hazer needs to get through on Drac, I feel. If Hazer can get through on Drac, Hazer could be the one to bring himself a bit further forward. And it could help Lynx as well. If Hazer and Lynx were to work together, then Pesci will be reeled in here by the drivers behind. They are all going at it further behind, almost 3 wide as the two are all clearly a corner cut there from Steel Lane, but he drops it behind Kennedy. I think Wizard Rex as well going to have a look at a move here, but here comes Steel Lane on the straight. Wizard's still there as well, but they all hang in on their current position, so no change surprisingly to turn 4, and Kennedy, Stee and Wizard remain P11, 12 and 13 respectively. Let's go back up in this race, up to Destroyer Jack, because Hazer, it's all over the Alfa Romeo, looking at P2 at the moment. Or P3, sorry. But yeah, he is effectively looking at P2, and at longer term, could be looking at the win. So right now, who has the best chance of the victory? That will be the question. Pesci will be a favourite, but he's got to go for hard, surely. Unless he goes medium soft. As Destroyer Jack is still ahead of Hazer. Hazer looking at a potential move here on Destroyer Jack. Jack getting the traction he needs out of turn 3, and now through into the Repa Aposta he goes once more to turn 4, closing the gap now towards Link's piece, but stays in behind there, and that gives Hazer another chance here. Not great through turn 4 there, Destroyer Jack lost a lot of time to Links. That gives Hazer a bit of a chance, but not enough of a chance. Russell Bolt also backing up his teammate effectively, and let's see what Hazer can do. Just heading round into the bend at turn 10 as well. Just ensure there will be no contacts between the AlphaTauris. Well, they can't afford to, as Merc now is going to make this move of not exactly where you'd expect it to be. And Merc has made a stunning move round the bend at turns 11 into 12 at Junkao. And through he goes on Bolt. Bolt made a mistake and went wide. And Merc is up into the top 5 now on those medium tyres. Big error there from the Lithuanian. And now Destroyer Jack making a move down the inside on Link's piece and up into P2. The issue is now they do fight a lot. They will lose more time to Pesci. Pesci wants them to fight a lot. Oh, yellow flags. That's quite a big one, I think. And there's a safety car. Something major has happened. Wizard Rex. Coffee is there. Is enhanced there as well. He is there, but I don't know if he was involved. Wizard and Coffee. Coffee has no front wing. That was definitely a major incident. We didn't see it, but I did see it on the map that something had happened. And there is a full course safety car as a result. And Mr. Poem has gone for fresh softs, not going for the fresh hards. And this could be great for Pesci. If he goes fresh hards now, the guys behind him need to think about going softs here, just to get away from Pesci. Soft tyres and then going another set of softs or mediums later on in the race could be necessary. But they're all going to pit, you imagine, here. And Pesci is in, Drac is in. Make sure you don't get a 5-second penalty on the way in, lads. And they are all into the pits. William and Fake Manor was in as well. And it is fresh hards for Pesci. Some drivers up there going for fresh mediums. Zeus stays out. And Kennedy receives a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. But Zeus has made a decision to stay out on his 13-lap old hard tyres. I'm no mathematician, but I don't think that is the wisest of choices. He will lose a lot of places on the start. Oh wow, Hazer? Hazer's lost out to Merc here. And Hazer's down to P6. Wizard Rex is out. Oh no! Has he binned it into the wall? No. I think he binned it into the wall. I'm pretty certain Wizard Rex has binned it into the wall on the exit of the pits. Oh, some bit of coffee there. Definitely made some contact with the wall himself, you know. Does he have any end plate damage? Looks okay from what I see, but there could be a chance he could have a little bit of damage there. Now, if he does, he'll definitely want to repair it, but he may be okay. Definitely made a bit of contact with the wall. But Wizard Rex definitely made contact with the wall. Oh, what? Sorry? What's this for? Okay. Is this happening on everyone else's screen? I wonder. Is it happening on everyone else's screen? I do wonder. Did that happen to everyone else? Let's see. It may have just been me, so if I get back in... Does that sometimes? I don't know why. Not too much now, but you know. I'm hoping it was just me. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. Let's go back into it. Alright, there you go. Back in. All good. Just kicked us for no reason. But you know. Right, back into it, and I'm hoping that it's all normal. It is. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so back with the tyres then, and there are the selections. Zeus, though, staying out. That's an interesting one. I mean, I don't think that was the best of choices, really. It's not been the cleanest of races, though, has it? I've got to be honest here. I think some of the racing at times has been quite underwhelming. Right, so the safety car is back in this lap then. And let's see what happens. We will go with Zeus. Gets telemetry on, see when he opts to go here. Kennedy must have been kicked as well, but he's back in, and Zeus is away. And they are going into turn 1 now. Percy and Drac are almost side by side. Percy just ahead, and they are really close further back here. And looks fairly clean from what I've seen. Although incredibly close. Racing there again. Coffee is off. Something has happened to the Dutchman. He's down again. Sadly, not having the best of times, sadly, is he? Oh, what is this? They're all going at it. This is not ideal stuff. I saw a bit of contact between them. But they are now going through. Here is Fake Mano trying to make a move on to Charlie Brinkman, and Charlie trying to go round the outside, still holding it in there. Poem ahead of Enhanced, and they are still too wide here between Mano and Tajani. They've been too wide throughout a lot of this lap rather. They're all going at it ahead, and the Alfa Romeo of Zeus making an error and losing out as well to Link's Peace. Here as Pesci leads Drac and Hazer, and Link's now up to P4. There's contact. Zeus, I think, has gone into Link's there. Surely, that's another one. Oh, that's another one. Oh, what's that? Someone's gone in the wall, and it's a Merc. It's a safety car, but I think Merc was in the wall. What is that Alfa Romeo doing? Zeus, that is shocking. What was Zeus doing there? He went into the wall himself. What is that Alfa Romeo doing there? This is absolutely pathetic. This is appalling racing, lads. It's been a while since I've said that about a Tier 1. I mean, I'm not saying all the races are great. But this race has been something else. Lads, what are you doing? Some of this racing has been really, really poor tonight, I've got to say. Got to fix up for next week. And I think some drivers may be inbound for some penalties here, for sure. Some of this has been, quite frankly, unacceptable. To be doing what they've been doing out here, it's been quite poor at times. It really, really has. Some of this racing, absolutely appalling. Lads, you've got to sort it out. You've got to sort it out or you're getting a big penalty. Can't be driving like this. Don't know what they're doing out there. No idea. It's like, what's that, the fourth safety car? I mean, listen, you can get safety cars, but I don't know what on earth is going on. They're not normally like this, that's for sure. So whatever they've decided to have tonight, I don't know. Are some of them on drugs, maybe? Maybe they've been using some drugs going into the race. Whatever's been going on, it's really poor. It really is. And I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. If I think the racing's been poor, I'm not going to say otherwise. It's been poor. Quite simple. The second half of this race needs to be an improvement. Because I don't know what has been going on. It's been alright at the front for the most part. Pesci, Hazer, but then again, Pesci didn't really see anyone for a lot of that, to be fair. But yeah, Hazer, Drac, Bolt, Merc were going good. And then all of a sudden, whatever happened further back, and it's really killed them off. Yeah, I don't think that's the only thing that needs to be looked into. I think quite a few drivers tonight need looking into for some of their driving. It's been quite reckless at times, in all truth. But again, it's not something that normally happens in Tier 1. The driving is normally a lot better than what we've seen tonight. So, you know, it looks like a one-off situation, but again, I don't know what these drivers have been thinking going into this race. Were they all thinking, I'm the only one who wants space, and if I don't get the space, I'm bashing the other driver off? I don't know. Is that what they're thinking? That's not the right way to think, that's for sure. Well, safety car is in this lap, and let's hope we get a better second half this race. And Pesci will be leading it. He's on hard tyres. He can't get them to the end. And again, those medium tyre runners will try and get to the end as well. So let's keep this on, and Pesci makes an early getaway here. Hang on. Oh! No, it's happened again. But the safety car was still out that time. Did you see that? The safety car was still there. I don't know why. The safety car was still there at that time. I think they've gone again, but I think there's been an error here. The safety car was definitely meant to be in that lap, but it didn't go in. Why did it not go in? And it's enjoying the kicking at the moment, but I don't know why the safety car did not go into the pits. Is this the same error that we had in Tier 2 at Vegas? It has gone in, but on my screen then it did not go in. Okay, well, there you go. We'll leave it at that, but it definitely looked like it stayed out on the screen we had there. Every time it's been kicking me, Kennedy's been kicked as well. Every time. Have you noticed that? Whenever I've been kicked, Kennedy's been kicked too. Interesting. Pesci and Hazer then are still there, but you know what? Drac has lost out by a second, and here comes Hazer to turn one. Hazer fastest lap as well, and into turn one. Will Hazer get him? Side by side, and through he goes, and through into the center S's, and into the curve of the soul, and onto the bank and through into the Repa Aposta. Hazer lead, and Pesci will come right at him, but I think Hazer will hold on to it into turn four. Hazer leads after 20 laps here, ahead of Pesci. Crucial move. Drac is still 8/10 further back as well, and then you got Rusted Bolt, but there are some gaps going on here as well, to be fair. Got Enhanced for the narrower line. Fake Mano in there. Got Mr. Poem just behind Mr. Poem on the soft as well. Can't get them to the end, I don't think. He's going to have to pit again. Tajani might try and get his to the end though. Then again, Tajani tries to go to the end on his, and maybe Mr. Poem can think the same. Tajani makes the move on Steelane, and the Dutchman up into P8 now. So a big move for him to make. Can he close the gap towards Mr. Poem will be the question. He's got 4-lap fresher soft tyres. And again, it may not feel like it because Mr. Poem has not had to use those softs too much due to the safety cars. So Pesci now all over the rear of Hazer. Drac with the fastest lap as well. And he is right there now with these drivers. So let's see what these three can do. It's Hazer, Pesci and Drac up there. Link's Peace for some reason is down. Oh yeah, because he was spun out. Never mind. He's down to P11 though, and Pesci and Hazer side by side here. But Hazer just ahead of Pesci, and Hazer up into P1, just about hanging on there ahead of the McLaren, and can destroy Jack. Get involved in this little squabble as well. It's allowing Lowe's behind in as well. Bolt Enhanced, Mano, Poem, and now Tajani is within a second. They're all within a second, apart from Kennedy at the back end of this race. Still watching out here for Pesci on those hard tyres, so his grip should be better at the end of this race compared to the likes of Hazer and Bolt and Drac as well. Enhanced obviously has a penalty, so he's not going to be involved too much, you imagine. Merck is down to P12. I think he had to replace his wing. He's on the hard tyres as well. And here comes Pesci back in for the race lead. And he does take the race lead away from Hazer. And it's P1 now for Pesci. Squabble going on back. And Steve Lane losing out here to both Lynx and William. And Merck is all over them as well now. Will Merck make a move? And Kennedy is retired from the session. And let's see Will Merck go for the overtake. He's just staying in behind here. 4 drivers are behind Link's Peace. Maybe they'll help. They'll look for Link's Peace to use his pace and make his way closer towards those drivers ahead. It's Hazer now all over the rear of Pesci. Destroyer Jack still there. It is a battle all the way down to P8 now, where Link's Peace is going to be used by the likes of Williams, Steelane and Merck to catch back up to this pack. And again, do you really want Lynx to be the one to catch back up, or do you want to be the one to catch back up if you're Williams, Stee or Merck? That's if they can keep up with Lynx though. Lynx is about 8 tenths ahead of William at the moment, but he is closing in on those ahead of him. Don't forget, Link's Peace did win the sprint. So he does have pace here as Hazer makes the move on Pesci. Back up into the lead he goes. Yeah, the sprint winner down in P9 at this moment in time. And they're still going at it. Pesci and Hazer, incredible stuff through the Retro Aposta. And into turn 4, but here comes Strack, and through goes Strack. He's done a double overtake on them. He's caught them unawares, and Drac, out of nowhere, leads here at Brazil. But Pesci and Hazer are still trying to fight it back. Pesci P2, Hazer P3. Destroyer Drac leads at Brazil. He is definitely involved in this one, no doubt about it. Has he got enough battery to compete though? That will be the next question. But he's doing himself a good amount of justice here. He's fighting hard with Pesci and Hazer. Bolt still there. They're all still there, still down to P8 in fact. The DRS train will resume. But I don't think Jack's going to stay ahead for particularly long, because Pesci is going to be all over him. Hazer may also decide to go for the overtake as well, but Pesci certainly will. And Hazer does not want to stay in behind Jack for too long. But there you go, Pesci goes for the overtake, and down the inside goes Hazer. Hazer has made the overtake just about stick on Destroyer Drac. And Hazer up into P2 now. And now he's got Bolt, and he's got Enhanced all over him. Here comes Russell Bolt. Just not close enough, sadly, but they are all still staying where they are. Fake Mano, Mr. Poem now with Tajani Brinkman. And Poem is off track. Let's see, he's just ahead of Tajani right now for P7. But Poem definitely looked like he was pushed off track once again by one of the drivers in this race, unfortunately. Not the first time it's happened. Not the first time it's happened to Mr. Poem. Not the first time it's happened in this race. No doubt about that. But yeah, let's continue. Again, the driving standards tonight will need to be looked into for sure. If you have an incident with somebody, please post it so at least we could be, at least there's the awareness of what's actually happened. If you don't post an incident, they won't really know. You know what I mean? Anyways, Tajani then making a move here on Mr. Poem. Poem, in fact, having to pit. He's opted for, to be fair, 11 laps, and he's going to go for a final 11 laps. He may go for softs again. Here, Mr. Poe, we're going to go up to the front with Hazer and Pesci. And again, onto the Repa Aposta. And it is going to surely be Pesci to go for the lead, and he does. Up into P1 now. Hazer and Drax still in there. Bolt is just keeping himself within touching distance, but 7 tenths away with Fake Mano keeping pace nicely on those hard tyres. Done well to be up into P5. I don't know whether he'll keep it because, again, there's likely going to be penalties around the field here. Mr. Perm has opted for the fresh soft, and he will be going to the end on those tyres. Does that make our drivers ahead of him think, you know what, I have to box? Or will they stay out on their current tyres? I love when the game kicks me a couple of times, but I can get back in without a fuss. It kind of makes it a bit frustrating in a way. It kicks you twice, but you get straight in straight after. Stream doesn't end, obviously, but you know. And let's go back up then towards Pesci and Hayes and William. Link's Peace now in the pits. Link's Peace maybe opting for softs here. And Hearts has got another 30-second penalty. Are these drivers thinking to go softs to the end now? Because that is what Link's Peace is doing. Mr. Poem is just coming round a bend as well. It will be close between them. We will check on with it in a second, actually. Because Pesci is still ahead of Hayes with Drac in there. But we're going to go towards this one. Mr. Poem has the better line, and that will give him the advantage over Link's Peace. 1 lap fresher tyres for Links, and he is well over a second behind. It looks more about 3 seconds, I'd say. 2.5, 2.6, yeah, 2.5, 2.6 seconds sounds about right. So if you want to go soft tyres, you best go now. Otherwise, Mr. Poem and Link's Peace will clear you. Unless you're one of those at the front. Pesci, Hazer, Drac, Bolt, Mano are probably the ones I'm looking at who could box for softs and go to the end, but we have the advantage. That's the question. Let's go gap to the leader, shall we? 21.3 seconds. Let's see how much Poem can gain by Drac and Enhance are both in the pit. Are they all looking at soft tyres to the end here? Are they all fearing those soft tyres, so they have to go in for them? Enhance has actually decided to retire in the pit, even though we may have a penalty incoming. Probably will have a penalty of some sort. And again, they're side by side, Hazer and Pesci. Poem with the fast lap of 110, 155, but they're still going at it beyond turn 4. It's turn 5 and now it's turn 6. Pesci is ahead of Hazer and back up into the race lead. Now to turn 8, and he still has it with the defensive line, very defensive line. Almost comes to a complete stop on the apex there, Pesci, but he is still ahead. As Enhanced says, he has floor damage. That's painful, absolutely. Not as bad as rear ring damage, but it's still painful, for sure. Looking at that gap to Mr. Poem, it's now down to less than 20 seconds to the leader. He may still be able to get a few more places here. Link's Peace is not particularly catching him. I've got to say, Mr. Poem keeping a good gap towards Link's Peace here. Oh, Hazer's in the pits. Hazer's got to go for softs. Well, isn't this making things interesting? Soft tyres seem to be the way for the drivers to go. Wow. Wow. Pesci still on the hards, but Hazer now joining Destroyer Drac, Mr. Poem and Link's Peace on soft tyres. Let's see what happens here. Destroyer Drac is just coming round the bend. Hazer out of the pits now. This will be close between Hazer and Link's Peace, I believe. I think Hazer will be ahead of Link's. And he will. Hazer with the fresher tyres, don't forget. 4 drivers are at the back. They're all on soft. Can they catch up to those ahead? This strategy call is very, very interesting here from Destroyer Drac, Mr. Poem, Hazer and Link's Peace. Drac's in a good place though, on 1 lap old soft tyres, and he's ahead of Mr. Poem, Hazer and Link's Peace. Well, there's nobody particularly close to each other apart from those two, Rusted Bolt and Fake Mano right now. Let's go towards them. We'll keep the gap to the leader on, shall we? Because then we can see how much these guys are gaining by, and they are gaining. There's no doubt about it. Pesci is definitely losing time, but the question is he losing sufficient time? As Fake Mano is closing in on Rusted Bolt. It's a battle for P2 and P3. What about those soft tyres though? Is that the way to go? Soft tyres to the end. Is it too late now to go softs? If you're one of those top 7 drivers, do you want to stay out? As Fake Mano down the inside of Rusted Bolt and up into P2 goes the Williams here, reserving, don't forget, Fake Mano. He's done well to be up there in P2 again. I don't know if he'll be getting penalties or not. We'll find out, I'm sure. But there you go. Pesci though, is he going to think about a pit stop, or does he say, no, I can't risk it? Draclo is 16 seconds away from the lead. Poem 16.6. Hazer 17.3. These three guys have a chance here. Can they catch up to Pesci? And even if they don't catch up to Pesci, they could still be looking at a podium here. Taking into account Bolt is on mediums, Tajani's on softs. Then you've got Merck and William. They're both on hards, but those tyres won't be feeling amazing at this moment. And then Steel Lane on mediums as well. You know what? It's a chance here for these guys on the softs. They've genuinely got themselves an opportunity. It will make for an intriguing ending to this race here. But who will come out on top between Rusted Bolt and Fake Mano for what looks like P2 and P3? But is it in the bag for these drivers? Or will those on soft eventually catch up to them? And Rusted Bolt stays ahead of Fake Mano. Pesci is still clear, but the gap to the Destroyer Jack is 14.2 seconds to the leader now. He's only 3 seconds behind Steel Lane. And Hazer's there, Mr. Poem is there. Hazer did gain a pace on Poem, and Poem has a 3-second penalty now. So Hazer's looking like he's in a good place. If he can get through on Destroyer Jack, he may be the one that these guys, Jack and Mr. Poem, may need Hazer to get through in order to catch up to those ahead. And now Jack is 13.6 seconds behind, make it 13.5. The gap continues to drop here as Bolt and Fake Mano continue to battle. Merck just about has William in his DRS. Maybe trying to get William out, in fact, here. But here comes a move for Fake Mano. Surely Bolt cannot defend this one. And around the outside goes Fake Mano, and up into P2 goes Fake Mano. Now Williams ahead of the AlphaTauri. I mean, this is made for an intriguing ending here. Destroyer Jack less than 13 seconds from the leader. He is absolutely catching Pesci. Make it 12.5. He is catching up to Steel Lane now. This is going to be interesting. You've got Destroyer Jack and you've got Hazer there as well. Let's watch this one into turn 4. From the Retro Apostle they go. And here comes Destroyer Jack. He makes the move. And here comes Hazer around the outside. Goes Hazer and he's through on Steel Lane. They've done it. They've both done it. Up to P7 and 8. Next up is William and Merck. And they are within 12 seconds off Pesci. Well, are these soft tyres going to be the way to go? Pesci and Mano will be struggling on their tyres. Rusted Bolt, Tajani will definitely be struggling too. This is intriguing to watch. I've got to say now, the strategy call from these guys could be absolutely crucial for how this race ends. Can Hazer and Drac catch up? Drac at P7, Hazer and P8. Hazer will get through on Drac now and will try to close the gap to those ahead. Tajani, 3-second penalty in P4. But here comes Hazer, running out of battery though as Hazer. He will get the move done. William gets through on Merck as well and up into P5. But Hazer taking Drac and up into P7 now. Well, this is going to be tasty because Hazer's there. He is 10.6 seconds behind. What is this? Is this strategy call the right one from Hazer? It's going to be interesting. Can he catch up to those battling for P2? I don't know if he's got enough to get Pesci here. He is still ahead of Destroyer Draclo. Drac couldn't get past him. So Hazer hanging on to P7 now. Got to close the gap towards William and Merck. And then try and make a move up to P5. He is definitely closing on those two low. And he's within a second of Merck now. So Hazer will be getting DRS, as will Destroyer Drac, on William and Merck. This could be big. For P5, what will happen? Well, that will happen. Merck has had either a twitch or letting him through. Maybe a twitch, because again he had a little twitch out of turn number 12 as well. Janet Junkao. And this now will give Hazer a big opportunity because Hazer will go through on Willie Fernandez. I think Willie Fernandez not really fighting it hard. Merck also having a look down the inside as well, but not quite go for the overtake. And Destroyer Jack knows he needs to make a move here. He's fighting hard with Merck, but cannot get through, and this will be critical. Hazer's through, but Jack is being held up now. And Jack has DRS on Merck, but he's not close enough. And Merck holds on to P7. Jack cannot get through. Hazer has fresh tyres here, and he's 8.7 seconds from the lead. Is Hazer, does he have a chance to win? This is absolutely incredible stuff from him, though. Drac going down the inside, potentially cutting the corner there. And Merc still hangs on ahead of Destroyer Drac here. Destroyer Drac kind of look down the inside. Merc leaving the space there. And let's see the traction. Merc getting the better traction as well. And now on a run down into Jun Kao once more. And it's certainly good for Merc. Just holding on to it. But the tyres are not good against Drac. And here Drac will go. Will he get the overtake done? We have 3 laps remaining here at Interlagos. Pesci has surely got the win. But can Hazer get P2 in the end here? And again, Drac is not closing in on a 2 ahead of him. P6 is certainly up for grabs here for Destroyer Drac, but he's got to get through both of these with Merc and William fighting all the way here. William opting for the outside line. Drac has gone for the inside, but he switched it. It's an interesting switch, and he's really up against it. He takes William. They are side by side now, but William will be lacking the grip, and Drac goes through. Drac over to P7. That's a big move for him. And now what can the Alfa Romeo do? He has Merc just ahead. We're going to stick with this until... Then again, actually, we're going to move away. The battle for the podium right now is between Mano, Bolt and Tajani. Mano is looking like he's clearing Rusted Bolt. Hazer still is reeling in the pair ahead as well. This could be big for Hazer. Can he end up P2 here? We're about to start the penultimate lap of the race. He is less than 7 seconds from Pesci. He is gaining on fake Mano. Tajani's penalty will be crucial as well, but we're entering the penultimate lap here. Into turn 1, it's Pesci, and then it's a battle for the podium. Mano, Bolt, Tajani and Hazer. Hazer is 1.5 seconds behind on the much fresher soft tyres here. Fastest lap meanwhile is Hazer, 109.112. I don't think anybody will be taking that away from him. So let's see now what happens. Rusted Bolt is here in the picture with fake Mano. Merc does hold on ahead against Drac. And they are side by side in fact. And they are still side by side. And Drac is really trying hard here. Side by side they go and Merc has just held on to it. Absolutely incredible. But Drac can get the inside line. Merc defending here. And Drac now has gone for the inside line. But Merc still defending it hard. And doing a brilliant job at that. Merc has held on to the place here, but Drac goes through. Drac now up into P6. Can he break away in Sector 2 into Sector 3? He's only got a couple of corners. He's not going to break away. Merc's going to get DRS on him. Hazer, meanwhile, has DRS. We're going to quickly go to that. Because he is reining in and reeling in to Johnny. Reeling in the big fish. Drac is out of the race, is he? He's left the session. But there you go, through goes Hazer onto Johnny and up into P4 he goes. Bolt is on the real fake Mano. Hazer could yet end up in P2. It's the final lap of this race. We're going back to this battle here. But Rusted Bolt and fake Mano going at it. Bolt goes down the inside and he takes fake Mano and is up into P2. And now what does Rusted Bolt do? Because he'll be trying to play another team game. They did it successfully at Hungary. Don't forget, just last week, Rusted Bolt and Hazer. Mano goes down the inside. Contact between them. This is only helping Hazer. And now I don't think Bolt's going to fight that much. I think he's going to say, right, that's Hazer. Is he? No. He's not. He's got to run in front of him. But Hazer goes down the inside. Bit of contact. Nothing too severe it seems. No time loss. Hazer's through. And Hazer's up into P3. Pesci will win here at Interlagos. But there's a battle for the final place on the podiums. Here they go. Pesci will come through and take the victory. Interlagos winner. It's Pesci across the line. The McLaren wins. But for P2, is it Mano? Is it Hazer? It's Hazer. He's done it at the death. P2 by 27 thousandths of a second. Absolutely incredible stuff. Hazer takes P2 in the fastest lap. That is probably the best he could have got in that race. What an ending from Hazer there. Those soft tyres were electrifying for him. And he takes home P2. He'll be happy with that in the end. But Pesci takes the all-important victory. And now it's time to get our voice back, because that was absolutely extraordinary stuff there. Bravo in the end from the drivers. It was much better through the second half of that race than the first half. The first half was quite poor, but the second half, the split strategies Well, it definitely worked for Hazer. Wow. Well, I mean, that racing, wow. Pesci then does take the win. We'll get the full race results here as well. So Pesci taking the win ahead of Hazer with Fake Mano coming through in P3. Gonna have a bit of a struggle for driver of the day, and I'm gonna say that because, well, let's just say some iffy driving at times. But there you go, the results were there for you, and that is the race done and dusted here. Again, time to get my voice back, I think. But that some of the racing was very good, some of it was not so impressive, but there you go. In the end, it is still an entertaining race. The sprint, I would say, was probably a strong point. The racing did seem to be better in the sprint than the race, I would say. At least from what I could see, anyways. At the front, it definitely seemed that. Then again, I'd say the front of the field, did seem pretty clean throughout, if I'm being honest. Right at the very front, there didn't seem to be many issues. So the issues really were further down rather than at the front. But yeah, so that is the result done then. And congratulations, Pesci, on an all-important win. But Hazer pipping Mano to get P2 at the end. Mano taking P3. Just seeing in the lounge Discord, Hazer could lose a wheel and still finish P2, says Pesci. Yeah, he done brilliantly to get there. In fact, he went for fresh softs and it worked so well for him. Love me a P3. Yeah, P3, great result. Just missed out at the end there. I think Hazer getting that DRS on you and being so close to you was absolutely vital. We only done it by, 27 thousandths as well. So only pipped you at the end. But there you go. Still a great result for him. Anyways, that has been the Tier 1 race completed here. So congratulations again to Pesci, to Hazer and to Fake Mano for their podium positions. Let's go through the rest of the race, not the race, rest of the week rather. So for Tier 2, tomorrow night, it will be at the Portuguese Grand Prix. How will we fare at Portimao? I think I definitely need to get some practice in for that one because that is not a good track. Right, Tier 3. So the Tier 3 race will be at Spain. So there you go, the circuit to Catalonia on Wednesday night. Then we go to the 100% tier, and that will be at Qatar. It won't be a sprint because a sprint will be too long, but it will be at Qatar on next Friday. Just be careful with the fuel loads. You don't want to go any lower than the maximum. And then the international tier next Saturday is currently scheduled to be at Mexico. I'll be looking forward to that one. I like Mexico. Can be a tricky track at times, but I do enjoy Mexico for the most part, I think. But anyways, that has been the race done tonight. Good fights, I'd say, throughout it. Some very iffy moments, no doubt about it. But that is a Tier 1 race done. Let's see what people are saying. She's saying should have put Hazer in the pool for the vibes. Wow. Mano's saying I'm not trying to get banned just yet. But yeah, the title race continues. Pesci v Hazer. Both done brilliantly out there to get a 1-2. Definitely, I'd say Pesci deserved it. I think he did seem to have the ultimate pace through the race, at least. In the sprint, I would say fair enough for Link's piece, who did look like he deserved it then. But in the race, it did look like Pesci deserved it. But Hazer done very well to get P2, having been down the field on those fresh soft tyres. But yeah, anyways, I will end the stream there. But thank you to everyone for watching. If anybody's going to listen to it back, again, thank you very much. and I hope you all have a nice end of the week as well. Obviously, it's just started. But thank you for watching. We have been UFRL. That has been your Tier 1 race. I have been Viva. Thank you for watching, and good night.